It may come as a surprise to some that the Pumphouse Players have been around since 1975, founded by 4 local artists with a passion for stagecraft, including the late Don and Arlene Kordecki. In 1978, Don wrote a short article to promote the 1978-79 season that told all about the history of the troupe, which will be read by his son, Adam Kordecki.
On an April evening in 1975, the idea to form the Pumphouse Players was born. Seated around the Kordecki's living room were Mimi Collins, Roger Hilton, and Arlene and Don Kordecki. Bemoaning the lack of an organized theater group, the quartet decided to form one as soon as possible to produce the hilarious comedy, Mary Mary. The rest of the evening was spent pondering all sorts of names for the new group, with the final decision being to name the group the Pumphouse Players. 3 months later, in mid-July, Mary Mary was presented for 3 nights in the tiny storefront offices of the abandoned First National Bank loan office on Main Street. Floor-to-ceiling windows were covered with paper, a part cardboard, part scrapwood set was constructed against a wall-length counter, and the wings on either side consisted of a janitor's storeroom and the entranceway to the restrooms. 40 chairs and a platform were borrowed from the Civic Center and the Episcopal Church. The publicity campaign was mounted, and the play was a huge success in the midst of a hot summer. Fortunately, we sold many Cokes and netted a total profit of $9 after expenses. The former owners of the Ramada Inn restaurant asked us for a dinner theater event, and we remounted Mary Mary with a slight change in cast in September and October 1975. In late November and early December, the beautiful Episcopal Church was utilized for a production of The Lion in Winter, with costumes made or borrowed from Georgia State University. This was the last play featuring Roger Hilton and Mimi Collins, who moved to Florida. Following a hiatus of several months, the Players regrouped in the summer of 1976 to present a rollicking version of See How They Run. The American Legion Hall was offered during August and later. Storage of our props and sets was provided by the Legion. In late February and early March 1977, during the coldest winter on record, we rehearsed 3 one-act plays in the unheated former Elks Club, now known as Munsey's Restaurant. With the aid of portable gas heaters, we warmed up the room to present The Sandbox, the second act, Scene 1 of The Odd Couple, and Look Who's Playing God. By now, the Players were tiring of lugging sets and props around and designing stages where there were no stages intended. Heating and air conditioning were also concerns of ours, and when the Bartow County Recreation Department offered to build a portable stage for us and permit for us to use full use of the Bartow Carver Camp Recreation Hall, we jumped at the chance. In June 1977, we produced our first mystery, The Mousetrap, and celebrated afterwards in a storm-darkened theater cut off from the rest of civilization by 3 downed trees across the road. Fortune did an about-face following those dark days, and the Pumphouse contracted to use the recently vacated Grand Theater in downtown Cartersville, opening it as a legitimate house with the ever-popular Arsenic and Old Lace in September of 1977. With a home theater becoming firmly established, we mounted Harvey in February 1978 and ensured our positive growth with our most popular success to date, Winnie the Pooh, playing to some 1,500 theatergoers in May 1978. What's ahead for the Pumphouse Players? We have pledged ourselves to provide a legitimate theater outlet for Bartow County, complete with acting and technical classes and periodic performances of great comedies, dramas, and other artistic works for the enjoyment and education of everyone in North Georgia. There is much work ahead to merely bring that goal into sight, but with your help and participation, we will continue to move forward with renewed vigor during the 1978-79 season.
In 1993, the Pumphouse Players found a home at the historic Legion Theater here at 114 West Main Street and have been producing successful seasons ever since. The seasons average about 6 to 8 shows per year, beginning in July and closing the following June, and the membership gathers to vote and award the best of each season every August. Since their humble nomadic beginnings, the Pumphouse Players have produced over 200 plays involving hundreds of community members in the art of performance and technical artistry. Many community members are surprised to learn about all the aspects of producing plays that the traditional audience member might not know about. The theater is also home to Pumphouse Junior, a thriving free children's theater initiative that has given dozens of youth a chance to participate in performing arts, many for the first time. Pumphouse Jr. caters to young creatives ages 5 to 18, offering opportunities for older youth to develop leadership skills and allowing groups of siblings to find activities that they can participate in together. The Pumphouse Players continues to be proud to work with other local artists and art organizations to continue furthering its mission to foster drama and performing arts in Cartersville and Bartow. The Pumphouse Players, putting the art back in Bartow since 1975. Founding member Don Querdecki appeared on the Pumphouse stage in October 2010, performing Dreamland as Edgar Allan Poe. He passed away later that month, but his legacy lives on in the artistic community in Cartersville, Georgia.